Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us here for This Week in Agribusiness. I'm Mike Pearson. The government shutdown means we're not getting our usual crop production reports from the USDA, so we're going out into the field to see just what production looks like. Joining us this morning is Jeremy Leininger. He's a sales manager for Nutrien Ag Solution. He joins us for this Agronomy for Your Acres. And Jeremy, how are things looking there in Central Illinois?
We're making way every day on harvest. We're getting closer. I'd say we're probably somewhere around that 75 to 80% right now. A lot of beans have been taken off, and guys are kind of turning their focus towards double crops right now. So things are shaping up about the way that we expected them to, unfortunately, with too much rain and then the lack of rain. So yields have been not very good in our area.
Oh, that's tough to hear. Jeremy, are growers starting to look ahead already to the 2026 season?
Yeah, I think we have to. I think guys are taking a look at what type of crops and bushels they pulled off the fields, taking into account the fertilizer prices that we have right now that aren't desirable, and trying to do the smartest thing they can with their money and spend it wisely.
That's a huge question. Jeremy, how do growers figure out what the smartest course of action is in an ag economy like we're in right now?
Well, I think we need to make sure that we have what we need out there for the crop that we're going to try to grow in 26. I know guys aren't going to be wanting to put a surplus out there, which is also smart once we, look at the stat tool and realize that we have a really hard time holding things like potassium specifically. And so, we want to make really smart decisions about what we're actually putting on that field and not give it too much or not enough out there.
Oh, that's a really good point. As we look out to 2026, it seems like growers are going to face another year, Jeremy, where they have to balance those really high input costs with production. And what do you advise growers? How do they weigh that out to make a good decision?
Well, I think we need to look at soil tests. I think that those are crucial because just like a human being, it's like a blood test for us. If we don't have a soil test, we don't exactly know what's out there to try to make a smart decision for as far as what we need to go put out there on that field.
Soil testing would be one way. Are there any other agronomic advice you'd have for growers, especially this time of year as they're coming out of the combines?
Yeah, I would say that we need to monitor it throughout the year too. If you go take a blood test and on yourself, and you try to address the issues that you have, you're going to go back and continually check it. Well, once we do that, using whether it be sap sampling or whether it be tissue sampling throughout the year to make sure that we're not cutting that crop short of anything that it needs.
That makes a lot of sense. That is crucial here as we look to farm finances in 2026. Jeremy, any other advice for growers here wrapping up harvest in 2025?
Yes, I would absolutely work closely with your trusted advisor, whoever that may be on your farm. And we need to work smart with this year, especially because I understand that it's an extremely fine line this year with fertilizer prices being extremely high and commodity prices obviously not being very favorable right now. So we need to have best dollar spent, and that's where we need to address things.
That is so true. Jeremy, if we've got folks who want to learn more about what's available at Nutrien, where would you send them for information?
Go talk to your local crop consultant. Get online. There's a lot of resources on Leveling Products website, and they can point you in the direction if you're not working with a Nutrien already to your closest Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Jeremy Leininger, sales manager with Nutrien Ag Solutions. Thank you so much for joining us this week.
Thank you.